music fun.
I just say all that and y'all ain't hear nothing.
Nah.
Dang. I gotta start over. Hold up. Let me do it all over again. We just gonna start from the top. Can we? No, we not. Okay, we can't start from the top. I'll do it again. Welcome everybody to Talk That Talk, where we have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable conversation about band, HBCU, band culture, music education, and more. Don't forget, you can go ahead and click that like button, subscribe, do all the things, share it out, and you can go in our store and you can get whatever you want, put it in your cart, and you can get 30% off of that purchase. Now, what I was saying was the fact that I can't hear the music. That's the problem. I can't, on my side, I can't hear the music. I can't hear anything. I hear you. I hear me. I don't hear the music. So that was my problem. My bad, y'all. My bad. But if you are a new subscriber, welcome. I know you probably haven't seen an episode of Talk That Talk yet, but if you haven't, man, you are in for a treat because we're going to be talking tonight. But before we get into that, Quan, what up, man? You good?
Tired.
Understandable.
I'm tired. But I mean, it's working out. This is the biggest Worthing's band ever been. My low brass is heavy.
Yeah.
I have about 7 trombones.
Okay. All right.
7 trombones, a plethora of baritones, a great foundation of tubas, and yeah, man. Yeah. Much is given, much is required.
Well, I would definitely like to say this. Y'all got to know Quan is going through a lot tonight because he's not in here with a nice shirt, little button down, maybe a little polo daddy, maybe an Alpha shirt. He's been doing KK side quite often. Not a Five Mu Alpha shirt, not even a Worthing shirt. He done came down in a little tank top daddy with the mural on his body. So you know he done had a rough day. It's been rough. So we gonna hopefully we can take this time out to ease some of that roughness. Pause. Definitely got to put the pause in there. Got to put the disclaimer out there. We have not talked to Posha, but 9 times out of 10 she's in rehearsal. You know, she be with the Legion, be legioning it up. So hopefully we can get her to come through tonight. We haven't seen it in God knows how long. Quan got his chest that goes out tonight on live internets. I just got that text message.
I'm sorry.
Hey man, listen. I'm not near you. I don't even think I'm trying to get near you, but my hair's longer, man. My hair's a little bit longer, man. I'm so proud of myself.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man. I got a little bit of my eye. All right, man. Let's go ahead.
Don't get
it. Don't let it get. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get this started, man. I actually want to start off with something that I thought is topic worthy. I really felt like this is something that we could be talking about, man, because it's really, really happening in the space right now. So we have North Carolina Central. Who is it? Fayetteville? Is it no Fort Valley?
Mm-hmm.
Tuskegee, Florida Memorial,
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Union.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. But let me ask you this, and we can get into this for a second. Mm-hmm. Is this the year of the small bands? Yeah. I believe that this is the most prolific, if I may say. I think the small bands, I hate to sound cliche, the small bands got something to say, but
South got something to say. I got you.
But it's almost like I feel like they're getting the notoriety that they needed because they're being invited in those spaces. Even though quote unquote Langston isn't a small band, I will put them in that category too. The reason why I say that, the only reason why we really don't recognize a lot of these bands, look at the football conference. in all actuality, if you think about it, the SWAC is the creme de la creme of when it comes to HBCU football. Anything after that, no disrespect to CIAA is and the other conferences that they may have. However, at the end of the day, the reality of it is, the SWAC is a bigger platform. And then I also believe that people are kind of tired of the cliche same bands. Meaning, like we know that we know of the top tier consistent bands every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I can be honest, I'm not gonna give you my ranking, but there's only 3 bands, and then I hate to say it like this, then there's the others.
Dang,
And
the
the
others though, god dang.
yeah, but because those 3 bands, and no, I'm not gonna say it. So
Come on,
you could
man. Why can't we say it? What's
y'all can
unfiltered,
mm-mm-mm-mm.
unscripted? Come on,
Y'all
man.
can purchase my popcorn. I get over $1,000, then I'll say it. But anyway, uh, our Patreon. So anyway, my thing is, when it comes down to it, I feel that those 3 bands are in such of a league of their own. Other bands are playing catch up, but the gap is so vast. Being honest.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you in the conference situation, but that's also why I'm gonna have to say it.
Mhm.
That's also the reason why, as far as a Legion member, it becomes difficult for me to like always or at least to be able to argue some points, with how good or bad they are, so on and so forth, because really they're bands you just don't see too often unless you put them in a battle situation. You know, I will go so far. I've seen North Carolina Central like 2 or 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they do a battle at the beginning of the year.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
think they did a battle. I think once or twice this year. So far, first of all, we didn't had like 3 or 4 battles, and we ain't even good into the season, in my opinion. But
Mhm.
I think I've seen them in a battle once or twice this year. And in my opinion, like right now, when your schedule is trash, that's really the best way to get yourself out there.
Well, I agree. Not to cut you. I don't know if you finished your
No,
comment,
you
but
good. You good.
I look at it like this. I used to say this. I used to say that the game is saturated with too many battle of the bands. Right. I have to retract that statement only because you go to the games, they ain't playing. They're not allowed to play. Like I was at, I enjoyed myself at the PV Rio Grande Valley UT Rio Grand Valley game, and literally I'm looking at the directors of the Storm. They got a script. Like they were told, you're only going to play this set amount of times.
But
National
that's
national
usually
anthem.
when you go to the PWI joints. They gonna give you that script, daddy.
Yeah, but they're doing it period now.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why it's almost like if you want to go see the band, you might as well go to the battle of the band. Like I think this is almost like, oh, y'all don't want us at the house? Let me go build my own house. And that's why you see these respective battle of the bands popping up. Because you're not having the black college football experience anymore because they got a DJ. Even I don't know if you want to talk about this, but even Ohio State fan was upset that the DJ was playing over Grambling.
Yeah, that was definitely part of what we're gonna talk about today.
Okay, so that's the Holy Spirit again. We be linked.
You always do that, brother.
Hey,
You always do that.
but I'm just saying, think about that. You know, why go to the football game when you may only hear the band play twice? So the band right now, bands are glorified cheerleaders. That's what we've come to, bro. That's all
So
I'm saying.
we're gonna get into that in a second. I'm a table that, and I got to get my stickies, get my sticky notes and write those down because I want to go back to that. I don't want to put that
Forget that.
aside too. But I will say this, going back to the original topic though, the original topic, because we're gonna fly back to exactly what you just said. But going back to the original topic though, did you see Fort Valley?
Yeah. Yeah.
Weren't they like 10 people like 2 years ago, a year or two ago?
Yeah. But here's the go ahead, because I got my thought locked in.
Because my thing is this. What I love to see is I love to see the recruitment efforts that are happening at these particular universities. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. My question is, and the reason why this is a question, well, I'll explain the reason why it's a question in a minute. But my question is, where's the money coming from?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why it's a question is because in previous times there was always the argument of there was not enough money to facilitate growth in programs. But now all of a sudden the money is available. So my question is, well, hey, I love the fact that bands are growing. Where the bread coming from? Out of all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you 1 second. So we researchers. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
here's the thing. For this fiscal year, there's going to be a $1.34 billion increase for HBCUs. This is under Donald Trump.
Yeah, I saw that.
May not like him, but that is the truth. He's also signed what's called the Secured Act in 2019, secured 255 million permanently for annual funding for HBCUs. Right now, where the money coming from? That's one portion of it. But from a fiduciary approach, these kids are not stupid either. What I mean by that is this. If you look at schools, like, for example, my alma mater, I'm going to put a little truth out there. Well, and I'm going to put myself in a category. My school is way more expensive now, of course, than when I attended.
Fair.
As well as the admission rate is different from when I was there to where it is now. They actually have increased the GPA requirement. Not to mention how some of these HBCUs, your GPA could be there, but your SAT score or ACT score may be higher, and that's a different category and story. Even though we know that ratchetness happens at college, because the last show we saw somebody twerking at the top of the bus stop, at your school. For those students to get in, they're not dumb. They're just childish, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some of these kids are going to the smaller schools with more money, more bang for their buck. I think I'm froze. You still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I saw you weren't moving, but I can
Oh
hear you.
man. Okay, cool. Right. So at the end of the day, the reality of it is they're looking at it from the point of view of like this school from a 4-year perspective will save me about 50 G's.
Fair.
So I might as well just go to this school because at the end of the day, we all say a degree is a degree.
Facts. Facts.
So if a degree is a degree and meets the qualification, then it is what it is. Plus, we're the generation now telling our younger kids, like, hey, man, you better go and do that dual credit. So by the time you graduate from high school, you can have an associate,
You
then
have
go march
associate's degree. Yeah.
and do
Be
that
in
the right
school
way.
less time.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you have some kids now, they're going to be nurse practitioners by the age of 25. Think about it. What if you could have gotten a 7-year jump on making that type of money? Because our parents told us go to school,
Yep.
but they still didn't tell you that going to school and not networking ain't beneficial either. So I just look at it, Fort Valleys, Virginia unions, the cost is different. But these presidents ain't stupid. They ain't stupid. If I can get, if I set aside, just say, and I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna set aside 50 full scholarships. I'm gonna set aside 20 out of state waivers. That's 70 people.
Off top.
With a 70-piece band, we can make little noise. I'm gonna give you a 5-year plan. Y'all get to travel. Now you see more people. When you preach to the kids, school is cheap and I can give you a full ride. In reality, you want 100%, but that's not realistic.
Facts.
So I'm gonna graduate out of my 100% of kids. I'm gonna graduate 70%. It's pretty good. You get to 70, 75, 80. That's really good. If in the fine print, because y'all need to read the fine print for y'all kids, if you maintain a GPA of 2.5,
2.5.
2.7,
Yeah.
you good. But if you drop below, you lose your scholarship. So you drop below that 2.4, guess what? I'm
That
gonna
money
take
go
all that
back in the
money back.
pot.
Exactly. So then you, because you worked so hard to be in a program, you gonna find your way back. And it's just a revolving door. It's a game. It's marketing. It's different things like that. For example, housing. I got 200 beds I'm gonna put in every year. I got 200 kids I'm gonna put in my program every year, and so they get it. So now when they need to go greet the governor, send a marching band. So it is. We said it before, pimping, but I look at it like one hand wash the other. Me personally,
Okay.
and lastly, I say this: some of those big schools, they turning kids away now.
Yeah, that. It's like the DCI moves. You know, Blue Devils can't take you. All right, well, shoot, I go to Crown. Crown
You
can't
feel
take
me?
you. All right,
I
fine.
go to
I go to Vanguard. No problem.
I didn't make it. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do Genesis this year.
There you go. There you go. Do whatever you got to do. All
You see what
right.
I'm saying? So it's just like that. So
So you hinted on it, and I want to go ahead and talk about it real quick, man. So it's small. I thought it was gonna be bigger than that. So let's do this one then. Hey, man, trying new things here. Maybe this is it. There we go. All right. So there was the conversation that went down that Quan brought up. It says the Ohio State alums uh, call out for shameful way it is treated. It says a long time Ohio State University alum and passionate Buckeyes football fan is sticking up for the Grambling State Marching Band. In an opinion piece submitted to the Columbus Dispatch, Arthur Penny Miller expressed her deep disappointment over how the world-famed Tiger Marching Band was treated during the school's visit to Ohio Stadium last Saturday. Miller, who described herself as a mother of a former band member, didn't mince words about how Ohio State was unfair. Every time it was their Grambling turn to play spirit music during the game, instead of spectators being able to appreciate their contribution to the day, excessively loud music was blasted over the sound system, drowning out the music that the Grambling Band was making. She wrote in a message addressed to Ohio State's president, athletic director, and band director. She said fans in attendance did not get to experience the back and forth between the Grambling Band and the Ohio State Band, calling the decision to play loud, awful music when it was Grambling's turn to play throughout the entire game unacceptable. Highlighting the dedication of both bands, she said those who participate as members, both bands put in lots of time, hard work, and effort to be outstanding musicians. You are great on your merit and deserve to be appropriately heard. First off, going back to what you said earlier, Quan, let me ask this question. Why do we need DJs at games?
mm-hmm. I have no clue, bro. I mean, my thing is there's a time and a place for it. I don't think it's bad if you're doing pregame and you hyping up the crowd and stuff like that's cool. But when the band playing, stop. That
So
that's just plain and simple, bro. Just stop. When the band
so
playing,
so my thing is this, right? First of all, I want to go back to exactly what this particular situation is. Grambling State being at Ohio State, they had, the DJ at the game, so on and so forth. My thing is, I've seen it happen during a Southern game where the DJ would turn up the joint or play the joint while the other band was playing, or I've seen it where they marched in. And so my question, I guess my thing is, one, isn't that the whole point of the band to be there? Is to hype, is for the musical aspect of whatever's happening in the room? We need a DJ for that. The second thing is, if the DJ is supposed to be part of the, in your argument, the hype situation, right? What does it have to do with being disrespectful to the other band program? Because I don't care, and this is as a DJ, and I see my frat brother, our frat brother in here, commenting over there too. Shout out to Iota's Eye. But my thing is, even from the fact of you're hired to be the DJ, are you hired to be the DJ specifically for that school? Or are you hired to just play the music and entertain the crowd? Because then all of a sudden, to me, in my opinion, it becomes a favoritism kind of situation. And you have control over music in the house where you can naturally make everything louder.
Yeah. I just look at it like this, bro. At the end of the day, that all of that, Donald in the comments is saying it. All of that is athletics, bro. Like, bottom line, all of that falls with athletics. They run, that is their domain. That's how they run it. It is what it is. If the AD could sit down with the band director and be like, say, bro, we practice every day. You know what I'm saying? We got to meet in the middle somewhere. Because this is happening now, not only at SWAC games, because we know about the SWAC rules. This is also happening at every game now.
Yeah.
It's again, it's one thing for for that, but it's happening at every game now. So, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I think so. You brought up the AD. Can I get some hey y'all, listen. I'm gonna get some personal time real quick. I'm gonna jump on my soapbox very quickly. We talk about ADs and decisions that ADs make. As a alumni of Norfolk State, as a person who really wants to see Michael Vick succeed, why the heck did the AD decide that they wanted to do 2 PWI games with Michael Vick coming in as a head coach? I just don't. What do AD? I don't get these decisions. Anybody out there that knows an AD, can we get them to come in this room and explain some of these decisions that they make? Because one, you have a high-profile person like Michael Vick coming into a situation and you give him 2 PWI games, which you knew he wasn't going to win, to collect a check. But two, and we got DJs at the daggone video game, at the daggone games. When you have 2 capable band programs there. Now, it'll be completely different if neither one of the schools had band programs. But now, and I think it's even more funny in the fact that from an HBCU perspective, people want to see the bands. So what goes in your mind? What goes on in your mind to say, hey man, let's bring a DJ through there, man? You know, I know the band, get the crowd hype, but shoot, dude Spinning can do it even better. I don't know. That's just weird to me.
It ain't weird to me, bro. It ain't weird to me. But it should be an aspect of like, hey, almost like a walkie-talkie in the DJ. Hey, band, y'all about to run one? Like, Simple as communication, but
I agree. I
no.
think communication is definitely a thing. I know that when we used to do the pep band back in the day at Norfolk, you know, we always had communication with Vince, and we knew when the DJ was going to play versus when we played versus when the other band played or whatever. But I really believe communication is key among every area. I don't really understand how this is a situation where all parties involved make up the day, football game, all that kind of stuff, and you don't communicate or you don't have a good working relationship with all parties involved. AD needs to be communicating with band directors. But I think historically, because of the fact that it's always been a separatist thing, we've just carried that over. And I don't even think that we're in the space now to continuously say, hey, we're just going to continue to be that way. No, we're not in that space anymore because band culture is coming up. And I'm going to be honest, to some degree, some PWI band culture is coming up. So there has to be conversations going on. I don't know, man. I take offense to this, brother Donald. I don't know, man. We got egos. We got egos. Said these
Who got
DJs
ego?
have egos, man.
They do.
Dang, I got an ego.
Yeah, you do.
Dang. All right.
Because here's where the ego comes in. I have an organization consisted of 200 different pieces, and they've been working diligently from the hours of just say 5:30 to about 10 o'clock every day. So we just did the math. That's about 5 hours a day for one performance. So these students are giving 15, not 15 hours out of their time per week, because we're not talking about sectionals and their own practice time, so forth and so on. So we're looking at about 20 to maybe 25, 30 hours a week. 40 hours is a full work week.
Yeah.
So these kids are getting for sure half of 3/4 of that, right? 25 hours or whatever. To not play.
But see
That's what
again,
you said. Not play.
but what does that have to do with a DJ's ego though?
Because, well, I'll say it like this. It may not be the DJ ego, because the DJ is just trying to get paid, but it's an ego of the system, the infrastructure that has been created to just disregard this organization. And it goes back to band being the bastard child. Hey, when I want your ass to come out here and sing Rocket Robin for your uncle and them, you do it. And then when you're not, you take yourself back in that room and close that door and stay out of grown folks' business. That's how they treat us, bro. It's an art form, though. But all art forms have to advocate for themselves, because it doesn't bring in revenue like they think.
So
I
the
mean,
DJ brings in more revenue than the band.
they think it.
Where's
They think
where's the data that shows that?
now you know good and well.
That's
But I
my
guarantee,
point. That's my point.
like,
They,
good
data.
and
They want to bring up data whenever we have an argument, but when we have a substantial argument, it's like, oh, that don't matter.
well. Right. No, I mean, I feel you, but I'm just telling you. At the end of the day, the reality of it is that's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh,
Athletic athletics do feel like they're bigger than the band. That's nothing new. They feel like, you know, it's not a real thing. We working, and I mean, let's keep it 1,000. Again, like I said before, it's not a brain versus brawn type thing, but it's an art form in our own respect. But they feel like, oh, we lift the weights, we do the work, but we also support you when you lose, though, too.
facts.
Like we with you when you're right. It's like we the faithful girlfriend. We're loyal. I know you got beat up by him, but it's okay. I'm gonna stand by him. I'm gonna stick by him.
I'm gonna stick by him.
You know what I'm saying? Stick by him.
But so, I mean, but you're bringing up a bigger can of worms, right? And I think INC even said it. Athletics feels like they are bigger than the band. To some degree, the university, and I would say more from an administrative standpoint, they do make it seem that way though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would say the university at large doesn't do that. The fans
But
don't do that.
but do they though? This is what I'm starting to realize, bro. Real support. If you can't, if you can't support me in the way that I need, advertise for me or advocate for me in the way that I need. Anything else, to, in my opinion, and this is Quan's opinion, I don't feel like it's love. I don't feel like it's appreciation. I don't. This is why I say that there will be fans that will bash bands. They don't play. They're not entertaining. They're not hype. Not knowing the constraints or limitations of the band director. But then when you find out about it, you don't call the president or the AD and be like, as a whole, the band needs to play more. As a whole, nobody should say, why does the marching band only have 10 out of state waivers when the football team has 50? We only speak about equity and equality when it benefits you.
Absolutely.
When it doesn't, we don't care. I'm gonna be real. We the people are an out of sight, out of mind
Out of mind. Yeah.
culture. That's what we are. Not to get on a soapbox, but I'll get on there real quick. We always talk about other people and other cultures and how they don't care about us. Respectfully, are they supposed to? We glorify our own demise in several different facets, and then we expect other people, because that's what we did for them when they showed you. Like, sometimes you need to mind your own black business. And I'll leave it at that. That's so much work for us to be done at our community. Just let's talk about band. Every college band don't have a real practice facility to this day. That's crazy. We talking about 2025. You have some band directors that don't even have their own tower.
I mean, what they need a tower for though?
I'm just saying.
I mean, they still produce regardless.
Nah, it's not about the aspect of still producing.
I
It's
know that,
about,
but that's the conversation. Why do I gotta
yeah.
buy them a towel? They seem fine. Every week they out there. Every week they performing. Every week they look good. They make it happen without it. So why we gotta buy one?
I hear you, bro. I hear you. But you and I know right is right,
Wrong is wrong.
wrong is wrong. So that's all I'm saying, bro.
Okay. I don't see it up here. I was ready to. I added a video. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the next topic. Kind of talked about this a little bit, but we're gonna get back into it. Smits.
Night during Fresno State's game against Southern University.
We don't usually get groups that come in from other universities, so it's a real treat when we get to see another band perform.
Director of the Bulldog Marching Band, Steve McKeithen, says Fresno students are focused on performing at the highest level possible.
They invest a lot of time in their movement, in their dance training, which is great and very entertaining. Our side of it, we're a lot more focused on the musical aspects, making sure that our students make great sounds.
We haven't.
All right. So, Quan, first of all, before we get into it, wrong person. Did you see this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what were your thoughts about that when you saw that?
Um, that he accidentally put his foot in his mouth.
Was it an accident though?
Yeah, I
I
do.
feel I feel like you give him a
I
lot of
do.
credit, but go, but
I do.
in what way do you feel like it was an accident?
I feel like it was an accident from this point of view. The reality of it is, we are known for dancing. We are known for entertainment. If a person was like, "Hey, describe a HBCU," right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna say, "Man, they was dancing, they was entertaining, man, it was moving, they sound good." Like there it's going to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
HBCU bands is the epitome, in my opinion, not because I'm black, but it's the epitome of showmanship in all aspects, all cylinders, right? We know some PWI bands that they just sound good, but it's bland as boiled water chicken. And that's it.
I mean, if you boil it and then you put some salt on it afterwards.
What I just said. I didn't say salted water. I said boiled water chicken. I knew what I said.
No, I'm saying put some salt on the chicken when you pull it out. Let it dry. No, all right. Anyway, go ahead.
First of all, what black person is boiling chicken? I don't. I'm from Louisiana. I don't know what recipe we boil chicken.
Hey, I just added it in there. I'm not necessarily saying it's a thing.
We know how to season food so well. We take the what's called grouton, the French word for the bottom, like grease and seasoning and shavings, and make gravy out of it. So I don't know how to boil chicken, but I'm just you know my analogy. At the end of the day, I'm just saying it's just bland. And I don't think honestly, I don't think that man meant nothing by it. But the truth is, we make everything black and white when that man could really be ill informed. Like I don't like I'm really past that because at the end of the day, Southern University is, if not the not number one, it's always one of the top 3 bands in the country, bro. That's all I'm saying.
So I'll say this. You started off by saying one of the things that um I actually thought, right?
Hmm.
I believe that regardless of how we slice it, right? Like I started the conversation by saying I know what we do within our band rooms and I know what our expectations are, so on and so forth.
Hmm.
But we also have to be aware of the images that we ourselves do put out.
Hmm.
And if you have somebody who's in a space very similar to how you ended by saying they don't know because they're not around, if all of the images or most of the images that we put out are specifically the entertainment factor of what we do, it's only going to be perceived like that's what we do and that's what we focus on the most.
Hmm.
So when I saw it initially, I was like, he may be ill informed, but I also don't feel the need to be up in arms either because that is the images that we portray sometimes. That's
Hmm.
what we put out the most. That's not to say that we don't work on stuff within our band room that is musically sound. But if we go through a year of what we do on a consistent basis between HBCU bands, we have our Mardi Gras season, then we have mass band season, then we turn right back around and do it again. It's only going to be perceived a specific way to somebody who is not a part or who has been inside of the room.
Hmm.
So what's your thoughts on that?
I look at it like this, bro. There's Why do you feel like you could comment on a bad HBCU band? Why?
You talking about him specifically?
No, you. Now the question is, I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm asking you a question with a question. So, why do you feel that you can make the comment on a historical black college or university band program?
I feel like I can make a comment because I'm a human being,
Okay.
right? Everybody has an opinion like buttholes. Everybody has one.
Okay.
Now, here's the other half of that. They ain't in here talking about food. Here's
Yeah, I
the
know.
other half.
And
You talking
again,
about
I said boiled water.
boiled?
That's all I said. That's all I said. Y'all talk about herbs, spices, celery. I know how to make chicken noodle soup. If that's the case, that is.
I
Time,
looked down
oregano.
for I looked down for 2 seconds and they in there
God
making meals,
damn. I thought it was.
passing recipes.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about sauce pecan, fricassee, or coubillon. We ain't talking about none of that. We
Uh,
said boiled water chicken. That's it. We ain't even say no salt and pepper.
oh man.
No Old
Um.
Bay, like East Coast people. Like none of that. Come on.
Anyway, but the other half of that, that I would say is when you put it out in a public space, you are also putting it out to be scrutinized.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also why I feel like I have the right to be able to put my opinion out there.
Mm-hmm. Which
That's
is
it.
fair. Mm-hmm.
That's literally it.
So, with that being said, and I'm not saying this man meant that, because a clip from an audio, he could have complimented Southern the whole time. And then they was like, well, we're gonna put this little part out. I never forget when I was on the news for something positive, and they literally asked me the question, "Do you feel like they were gonna get it?" And I was like, "Well, the way that we push them, the full comment was the way I pushed them and the way that the drum instructor helps them. Yes, like I believed in them." They clipped that part out and was like, "I expected it." So when people was like, "Well, dang, that's kind of like arrogant."
But
Some
I had but to your point, I literally had this conversation today, and shout out to Burger. We were talking on Facebook, and honestly, the conversation was the whole Charlie Kirk situation. But outside of that, because I wasn't making the argument for Charlie Kirk specifically, all I was saying was context matters,
Mhm.
and that goes to your point. He could have said something completely different, but they clipped it to say that specific point. But go ahead.
Yeah, but all I'm saying, here's the truth. When something is good, when you're a customer of something and you go into another realm and expose that other audience and it's good, you're going to get the house. But the truth is, it may not be everybody cup of tea, but when a HBCU band goes to a PWI, the band always show out. Let's be real. I haven't seen a HBCU go to another school and have a bad performance. Fam, you went to North Carolina. Um, Southern went to Mississippi State. Jackson went to Mississippi State. Southern went to Fresno State. Southern went to Louisiana Tech. Southern went to University of Lafayette. When they go, they always show out. But if people have made comments that's just those bands are not their cup of tea. Let's be real. One of our own, Dr. Quincy Hilliard, what did he say? Made the comment and wasn't even talking about that like that. Like, I just like look at it from the point of view, bro. It may not be a person's cup of tea. I do agree with you, Julian, from the point of view of you are a human being, but you also are in the culture that experience the culture. But I think we become hypocrite from this point of view. There's certain things that happens in our culture we don't even like. So because of that, you think other people outside of it not gonna make a comment either?
before I answer this question, are we still on band, or are we just talking about the culture in general?
We talking about band
Okay.
culture.
All right. So, but here's the thing, I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think in totality, people have a problem with that, which I think is weird.
Why?
I think it's weird because if I notice the same problem that you notice, why is it wrong for you to say something about it? Me and you are seeing the same exact thing, but because you said it, oh no, you can't say that. You can't say that. Why? I just said the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's weird. So for me, if somebody outside says it, I'll give you a prime example. You know, I've had multiple conversations with people, you know, Caucasian people, Hispanic people, so on and so forth, in the DCI space about HBCU bands.
Mm-hmm.
They've expressed to me how they enjoy them, how they feel like they're entertaining, but they've also expressed to me that sometimes it can be pretty brash, it can be out of tune. And having the conversation with them, I didn't get offended. I didn't like, oh no, you just don't understand. That's part of the culture. I ain't do none of that. What I did was, I feel you. I can understand your sentiments. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, sometimes I can hear that stuff that's out of tune too. You know, but the reality of the situation is that there are things that we need to work on.
Man, let's call it a buck. We don't want accountability.
Facts.
That's just what it is. Like we don't want accountability, and it's almost like we don't want nobody to call our house dirty. That's just the bottom line truth.
You're not wrong. You're not, but again, I also think that's weird. I think that we all should be held accountable to things, regardless of who it comes from.
Right, but so there's a dichotomy, and if it seems like I'm double talking, then I'll take that, but I'll clarify it. We should protect the culture because there's certain things that in protecting I wouldn't just put out. Real talk. I wouldn't put it out.
So give an example of that. Give an example of that.
Like for example, like sometimes people show the video of a HBCU band messing up, and you put it on the World Wide Web to talk down on that band. And it's just been a moment. But you don't care because it's funny. It's funny. When you step into the DCI realm, some of the DCI people really can't stand each other. You'll never know it. You'll never know it. And the truth is, they're really secretive about a lot of things.
They are.
A lot of things. They're secretive. And they won't even part their lips until they see, okay, we could let them in. Then they slowly but surely let you in. Then they show you, hey, these exercises. Hey, my partner, he make this kind of mouthpiece and he really shaved this down and it's really cheap over here than over here. And hey, that's what they do. Not saying that we don't do it, but I don't see it. In all fairness, I don't see it. But that's protecting, right? Protecting each other. Mm-hmm. Band directors shouldn't be online going back and forth with T pages. I don't know if a DCI has a T page that speaks about who the band director may be or may not be sleeping with. I know I feel like I'm bouncing around, but
no. I'm with you. I'm gonna go ahead and let you land. I'm gonna let you land. Go ahead.
So we have that, but because it's an art form and stylistically it may be different. Like HBCU band stylistically is different. Cool. Like they said, I appreciate it, but sometimes people can play out of tune. We say the same thing. So why are you mad? That's all I'm saying. The dude, like real talk, the dude said the same thing that we be saying. And the only difference between what he said, he's white. And the truth is, anything that comes from white people, we feel offended by it defensively first. That's really what it is. we feel like we gotta, man, he don't understand what it is. Apparently, he's a doctor in music. He has a doctorate in music. He's well versed. Fresno band may not be entertaining, and it's not the one of the best upper echelon programs. Now, but we're just gonna be clear, right? It's not a USC. They're not Ohio. Man, he don't understand what it is. Man, what's that?
That was you.
Whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I was running the tape back, man. But go ahead.
okay. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, but
We don't have what?
well, all I was gonna say is that's the thing, right? We culturally glorify ourselves as being the entertainment band, right?
Hmm?
Like what we do is we there to entertain. That's what we say that quite often. But when he points it out that we focus on entertainment, oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. We focus on music too. Like,
Prime example. I'm just looking at it like the comment says, I could care less what DCI bands say. We don't work on the same show. I agree. They don't either. So here's the problem. There's a DCI group, and then there's DCI style or core style of college bands. The core style college bands, they don't have the same show. They just like black folks. They change their field show every 2 weeks. Or if it's an upcoming event that's spectacular. Prime example, I know PV that did one show for Pepsi, Labor Day Classic. They turned around and did something else. And this was when like the Pepsi was on like I think a Sunday, and then the Labor Day Classic was like that Saturday. They did two different shows. I mean, but these the core style groups, they doing some of the same thing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like sometimes we're not well versed about their culture either, which those people will tell you, bro, they ain't got no bad blood. They just got a preference, just like we got one. And at the end of the day, it's some stuff that I just feel like we don't even agree with. Like, that's crazy. It's like we don't agree with it, but don't you say it. Don't you say it. I know this food too salty, but your mama cooked it. Y'all better shut up at this table. Shut up. like, come on, bro.
so
Come on.
so I want to say this very quickly because I do have another question to ask or a next part to get into, but I do want to say this very quickly. And it was something that was on my mind for a while. And I just kind of seen it pop up in the comments. Just because they say one thing doesn't mean that it's absent of the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The comment was he knows that he said something to the degree of they focus on more entertainment, so on and so forth. We focus on making the best sounds possible. That didn't mean that there's not a focus on sounding good on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
That's just saying this is what the perceived notion of where their main focus is, where our main focus, I know for a fact, is making good sounds and sounding good. That doesn't mean that they are not focused on entertainment at all. Just like that doesn't mean that Southern isn't focused on sounding good.
Southern don't sound bad.
They don't. Well,
Southern don't sound bad at
they
all.
don't sound bad, but they definitely didn't sound bad at that game, by the way.
That Under Pressure was real.
Bruh, I ain't heard Under Pressure like that in years. Well, first of all, I ain't heard them play Under Pressure in years.
Under Pressure sounds great, bro.
That everything they pulled out at that daggone fifth quarter I was like, I don't know what fat they cut. They need to leave that fat off.
Yeah.
Keep whatever meat they got. Keep rolling. All right. But I do want to go ahead and play this. I thought I had it queued up, but I didn't have. Well, I thought I had it queued up. I did have it queued up, but then it decided it wanted to do something different. So let me pull it out real quick, and we're gonna look at this, and then we're gonna have another topic where y'all looking directly at my face. Let's see here. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. All right. So the reason why I brought that up is I didn't see their field show, but I did hear him in the fifth, and I did see that video. I
Who?
really
Fresno
believe.
State?
Yeah. I didn't see that field show, but I remember hearing him in the fifth. Right. To me, at that point, listening to that and watching that, it really made it seem like what he said was kind of irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is pure entertainment. One. And two, making the best sounds possible is not what I just heard from that.
Right.
So
hey.
in those situations, I feel like you got to watch what you say. If you
Y'all better not. Hey.
If you can't back it up, don't say it.
I ain't trying to be funny. If it was Southern versus Ohio State, it would have been like, man, look here. Jukebox, flute box, juice box, Ohio in 5. I'd have been like, I'd have been like, what? I'd have been like, yeah, they better not come in there with it. Like it's certain schools that honestly, again, that are above. He says, what about the PhD? The PhD means something. Hey, I'm getting one now. I'm not diminishing that. But I also don't believe he meant nothing by it. I really think a lot. I feel like we throw that racist card out quick.
We do, but aside from all that though, right? Watching the video of him giving his statement, and then watching the video of his kids, looking at the fifth quarter, so on and so forth. Here's a thought, and this is where I'm going with this. The creation of the marching band, in specifically at football games, but totality or wherever you want to do it, is to be really the cheering section for the actual team. Regardless of how we have taken it and done X, Y, and Z with it, its purpose is to be another cheering squad for the team. The real thing that we focus on, or where our focus is supposed to be, is really halftime. We have found other ways to try to incorporate ourselves in games that is opposite of the actual team, right? And that is not even just HBCUs, that's PWIs now too. So with that being said, should we really just stop this whole music versus entertainment conversation altogether? Because now it seems like, based on this particular video that he's let out, they trying to entertain the crowd. We say we entertainment too. We are all, in my opinion, trying to make the best sounds possible. Should we just completely get rid of that whole conversation when it comes to marching bands?
No, we shouldn't. But I do want to comment in the comment section real quick. Y'all, them people ain't trying to battle nobody. They don't even understand that. Everybody's saying like, well, Southern would have gave Ohio State a run for their money. Southern would demolish them in the stands, hands down. But on the field, that's an equal debate. You can say what you want. That Michael Jackson show still is one of the best ever.
You
That's
talking
all
about
I'm saying.
Ohio State did?
Yeah, like what I'm saying is it's not the same culture. And so we're trying to judge them according to the lens that or of what we see. That's all I'm saying. But I will say this: that's the best or most energy I've seen Grambling with in a long time.
I would agree to that. I would definitely agree to that. But I agree. They're not. They don't. Their purpose is not to smash the next band.
No,
That's not how they get down.
they friendly.
Right. Now
Us,
I did ask a question on my LBR. I wanted to pose it to you now that you brought that up. Do you think we got to stop being so daggone aggressive with each other all the time? Right? Because, and that's actually one of the questions I got up here. I can throw it up here real quick since we talking about it. Because we hit the unity shows with the PWIs quick.
mm-hmm.
We all nice. We try to make sure that we do all the nicest stuff. But as soon as an HBCU walk into the room, soon as they step foot into the stadium, crank up on them, mess their drums up. Just make sure they get on the wrong foot. Play over them when they playing. Should we have the same? And again, I don't think that it should be for every HBCU, you know. But should there be some situations where there is unity, shown unity amongst groups?
It is a Honda. How you gonna say that?
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna be honest. Outside of this past year, which was a complete shock, you know, Honda ended up really nice in California, but Honda ain't been Honda for real in a while. And not to mention the fact that when they get together, it be like the Star Spangled Banner. They ain't cranking up. Like let's be real. And I use this as an example. We'll probably never see it in our lifetime. But if during the boombox, Southern and Jackson got on the field and cranked up 2 songs together, that's epic. That is epic.
But who said?
But if Southern and Jackson got on the field and played the Star Spangled Banner, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, this is nice, but we all want to see this." I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is, but who said they couldn't?
Didn't say they couldn't. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, should we see more examples of unity amongst HBCUs the same way that we see it among HBCUs and PWIs?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's something about that competitive edge, though.
I agree. I agree. I think that's my point, right? Here again, me making the statement is not void of the other thing.
Oh, you know what? No. Now I got my answer. You know why? Because I don't think you'll ever see Michigan and Ohio State band doing it together.
Right, but you also don't see the amount of vitriol against the two either.
Shit, yeah, we do.
From the bands, the schools, yes. The bands, I've seen them do some things during halftime. But again, but let me go to your point still. I still don't believe, again, I'm not voiding of anything else, right? If I go back to the argument of Jackson and Southern, we know from a band perspective, that is a knockdown, drag out, boombox battle. Yeah. We know that, right? But when you see somebody like, I'll say Jackson and Tennessee State, like there's not like competition there. There's not a rivalry there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking historical rivalries versus just 2 bands coming in the room together.
Nah, bro. But you gotta realize though, First of all, Southern feel like it's God than the jukebox, and they like right underneath God. Real talk. It's like, and God said, "Let there be the jukebox." It's like that's how they feel. You know what I'm saying? If God is H2, they got to be the O. You know what I'm saying? Like they believe that.
Okay. But
What
Southern
Jackson
is
said,
capable of doing unity shows with PWIs.
right? Because they don't look at them as an op. They don't look at them as a competition at all. That's the difference. Jackson State, they like outcasts at the Social Wars. The South got something to say, like we said earlier. They believe that right now that they are the end all to be all. They believe right now that there is no other band. They believe, what is their motto? They are the summa cum laude of bands, and now they believe like they have the numbers, the cachet, the following to be like that. So they feel like, yeah, they feel like that. It ain't no different from Brian Simmons, TSU, and Southern. It's love. Like they be on the horn. I hate you. Once we get off of it, man, I rock with you. Cause real talk, let Norfolk and PV have a battle. I don't like you during that week, Julian. I don't give a damn what you say.
See, but again, what you're ultimately saying to me is historically black colleges and university band programs are incapable of showing unity into one
I
another.
didn't. I didn't. I
Hello,
didn't
let me
say that.
finish. Let me finish. I'll let you cook. I'll let you cook.
Yeah, but
Historically black colleges and university band programs are incapable of showing unity towards each other in the public space because the competition and the rivalry is more important than showing the unity.
I didn't
Because
say that.
even based on what you just said, right? If Norfolk and the Legion were playing against each other, right?
You said Norfolk is the Legion.
I
Norfolk
said
and the
if
Storm.
Norfolk and oh yeah, you're right. If Norfolk and the Storm, you're right, were playing against each other. You said we not cool that week. That's what you said. However, if Norfolk and the Legion were playing against each other, I'm still
You
gonna be
said
cool with you. I say that again. If the Legion and the Storm, correct me when I'm messing up. But if the Legion and the Storm were going against each other, I'm still cool with you. Now behind closed doors, I'm talking cash crap to you. Me and you, but in front
we
of
are.
right, yeah, you. I'm not holding nothing back. But in front of everybody, we still cool.
Absolutely.
So that's my
Absolutely.
point. That goes back to the example that I gave when I did my LBR. I said when I was an undergrad, we had rivalries with different bands. We had a rivalry with Virginia State. We had a rivalry with A&T. You know what I'm saying? Those were our two biggest rivalries. How when we were across the field, oh yeah, it's no holds barred, so on and so forth, whatever. When it was done though, or even during the game, there would be times as far as being KK side, we'd be down under the bleachers talking to frat, chilling. And we did a unity show with Virginia State. So my point is that what you're saying, that's why I go back to what I said. We are incapable of showing unity amongst each other to the masses because the rivalry is more important than showing the unity. But it's not more important to showing the unity with a PWI.
I don't think so.
We can have
I
the
don't.
same, regardless of whether, like you said, whether they the ops or not, we can have the same heat for a PWI. Go in and kill an ant with a sledgehammer. The problem is that because they're PWIs, we wanna break bread with one another and show love. But when it's an HBCU, it's like, nah, can't do that in front of people. We can't show
No,
weakness.
no, because I also think that the PWIs also invite differently. Being honest.
I would agree with that. But again, I think that also goes to exactly what I'm saying. Because we
So
don't want to do that.
you think during that time, Dr. William P. Foster could call Dr. Griggs and be like, "Hey, Fred, how's it going? Well, you're coming to Tallahassee, so we want to have a unity show." Dr. Griggs will be like, "Unity? Only you that's gonna happen is me whipping y'all up now.
Again, I think that is an ingrained thing that we as people cannot let. We have to show the aggression against one another
They
in
were
the public
friends.
space. No, no. I don't. I know that. I get that. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is that I don't think that it is impossible to do. I believe that our competition in the masses is more important than showing unity amongst each other. Listen,
I,
if the Bloods
I,
and Crips can come together, we can get one unity show between Jackson and Southern. I'm just saying,
well,
brother.
well, you bring that up with them people. I'm not arguing with you no more. You bring that up with them people because
Shots fired.
because I rock with TSU, Brian Simmons. They Dr. Paula, all of them have looked out for me in a various way. On my desk right now is sketch paper that has Texas Southern on the bottom. But I don't see no unity show between PV and the Ocean.
But that's a known rivalry. I don't disagree with the known rivalries. I don't think that's a bad thing. But PV and Alabama A&M, that ain't a known rivalry. The last time that I remember us rivaling, can't even say rivalry. The last time I remember going against Alabama like that is when I was at PV as a director when we did that battle. Like that's not a known rivalry.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying get rid of the rivalry. I don't think I think rivalries are healthy. I think it promotes energy. I don't think anything is wrong with that. But I'm just saying, if we can do this with PWIs.
But also, who says that they don't ask them for that too? Like
That's very possible. But again, that you're saying the same. You're initially saying exactly what I'm saying. Because what you're saying is that a PWI is willing to reach out to ask for that unity, but we're not. That's literally the same thing that I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know what you want, Julian. I don't know what you want, baby. I don't know.
I'm just asking the question. I'm asking the question. If we can do it with them, then how come we can't do it with each other? That's all I'm saying. If one of them, if JMU is willing to reach out to say I want to do a unity show with Alabama State, right? Mm-hmm. Then why is it impossible? Or it feels like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but why does it feel like it's impossible for Grambling to reach out and say, I want to do a unity show with UAPB?
I thought you were about to say Southern.
Nah, I wasn't going to say Southern because that's a rivalry. Again, I am not against the rivalry. I think that is healthy.
Everybody's a rival.
That's the problem. That's literally
everybody a rival.
That's going exactly back to what I'm saying.
Nah, first of all, Norfolk.
Because every black man ain't a rival to you.
Nah, every black man is not. But guess what?
Exactly.
When you march for the Legion, y'all don't sound better than the Legion, so I don't want to play with y'all. So that's how y'all be moving, and you know that. You know that.
We did a unity show with Virginia State.
Man, that was for some politics stuff.
That wasn't politics. What politics did we need to have with Virginia State at that time? Mm-hmm. That was what, 2008, 2009?
I don't know. Maybe it was talking about coming out the recession because Obama got in office. Maybe something like that.
It was during October, dude. We did a Thriller. We played Thriller and did the whole dance.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the band. I was announcing at the time, but I'm just saying,
bro. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're right, but I'm not a college band director. So when I become a college band director, I'm gonna swallow my pride and I'm gonna ask the other band, man, y'all want to do a unity show? I ain't done the HBCU. My partner Julian said it can't be done now. I think and if he be like, hell nah, we gonna smash y'all, I'ma call you and be like, Julian, that boy
You
said he
tried.
gonna smash.
You
That
said
boy,
you tried. That was
he
it.
said he gonna hog smash me. So now I'm gonna punch you in the stomach because now I look stupid, now I look weak because this man had recorded my conversation.
No, you don't look stupid and you don't look weak. What you do is you go in there and you smash them because they turned down your offer. That's what you do. That's what you do. What do you mean? Do one with Hampton. So the problem with doing one with Hampton, I mean, I don't think it's impossible. I put it that way. I don't think it's impossible to do one with Hampton. But still, I just find it interesting that we can do them with PWIs. We can't do it with ourselves. Should we stop the unity shows with PWIs then?
Man, if them people asking, I don't.
See,
Man, some of the people be
you're
asking,
more
bro.
willing. You're more willing to do it when they ask.
Because you asked me.
No, I'm saying as in totality, we got to realize how insane this looks. Like really, like think about how insane this looks. If Ohio State says, "Hey man, I want to come and do a unity show with you guys," you're more open to do it than if you were the band director at I'll use your alma mater. If you were the band director at PV and Texas Southern came to you and said, "I would like to do a unity show," you would be more turned off from doing that than you would if Ohio State did it.
Nah, I would do it with Texas Southern, but I damn sure would do it at Ohio State.
You said you wouldn't do it with Texas Southern, but you would do it with Ohio State?
I would do it with both of them. I would.
I think it's also because you're more open.
Pause. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you pause. Yeah.
No, but here's the difference. The difference with me is this. At the end of the day, I promote Black excellence. Like real talk. So I promote Black excellence and I believe in Black excellence. So I'm going to, like me, I'm gonna be the type of band director that write letters to band directors, be like, hey, read this to your kids. Outstanding job, XYZ. Like I'm going to be that band director to where it's like everybody gonna be like, that boy Quan solid. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But that's my personality. But I'm not friendly. It's a difference.
That's fair.
So
you're still gonna get this work.
Yeah. But here's the thing about that too. All greats, most greats are not friendly, bro. You never heard Michael Jordan just being friendly. He wasn't even friends with his teammates. And I think we do develop that type of mentality. Some of us that's the edge. We could chop it up over dinner, but sometimes I'm not about to be friendly with you. Not when your intentions, like your intentions is to embarrass me. You and your team is cooking up something to embarrass. That is the culture. I need to outshine, out entertain. You want to do a unity? Cool. Let's go and play Lift Every Voice. Because that is about unity. Nah, that is something that's
what I'm
unity.
saying is what I'm saying is because that to me, if we gonna do a unity, right, we got to make it worthwhile. We gotta. No. Because see, I think that's again. See, this is the problem. We make one thing the end all be all and make everything else void of all of the other variables. If two HBCU bands, if Alabama State and Texas Southern come together, right, and they crank up. They crank up two songs. They crank up what's the joint that Alabama State got this year that's rocking? I can't think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it. But let's just say I'll just throw a song out there. Let's say they crank up Nobody Does It Better. Right?
You pick a Southern song for them, bro.
Right. It was the first song that popped in my head, man. God dang it. All right. So let's just say they crank that up, right? It's hype. crowd goes hype, blah, 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 right? That's the halftime. That doesn't mean that in the fifth or the zero, you ain't getting this work. That means at least during the halftime, we can show unity amongst one another and just go out there and crank it up for the crowd and have fun. That's also entertaining. Because let's also be real. Most of our halftimes from our bands are not entertaining. Unless we dissing somebody. Because most of our drills are exactly the same. Hello? Am I off?
I mean, what you want from me?
But that's what I'm saying. So you might as well use the halftime to do a unity joint that's gonna get the crowd hype. Everybody, you can crank up like it's mass band anyway. Have a good old time, and then get back in the stands, and y'all you smashing on each other. Why is that impossible? Why is this impossible, chat? That's what I don't understand. Doing this one thing does not make it void of everything else. You don't want to spend time, most of y'all don't want to spend time doing the halftime anyway. Most of y'all don't want to learn dance routines anyway, because most of them are trash. Dance routines. Personally, I think we should just cut all dance routines, because I'm tired of them.
Nah, because you old. That's why.
No, it ain't because I'm old. The dance routines are not exciting anymore.
Because you don't know the dances. That's why.
No. The dance routines are no. Let's get something very straight. The dance routines are not exciting anymore because most of the time, one of two things are happening. One, or maybe three. One, they pulling out some TikTok dances that everybody's already doing anyway. So it's not exciting to see a bunch of people doing TikTok dances that we already see a bunch of people doing. Two, they pulling out old dances that we done seen 15 million different times. Or three, they dissing another band, which that takes out the dancing part anyway. Or they putting a gimmick out there. So that's four. Most of the time, the dance routine is not even exciting. So cut the halftime, get two bands out there to crank it up with each other, blow the walls off the joint, get back in the stands, crank up on each other, and go home.
Bro,
I'm telling you, it's possible, man.
Hey, bro, I did you take a nap today?
I did. It was a good nap too.
I'm about to say, because you need one. You sound like the old dude now.
I sound like the dude who's trying to build unity amongst HBCUs and find it very interesting that we can build unity and visually show unity with other schools and refuse to show it to our own selves.
So you telling me that what's going to bring the HBCU culture back is if
how did that get a part of the conversation? That wasn't part. I never said that.
What I'm saying is, black folks, we take stuff. So you telling me what's going to revive the culture is if Jackson State and UAPB do a unity show together. So they got to do the dance routine together, and that's what's going to make it pop.
You don't got to do no dance routines. Just give the people, listen, bro. Listen, y'all. Listen, chat. I'm saying give the people what they want. Think about it. No. Hold up. No, I'm talking to everybody but Quan right now because he. Listen, most of the band HBCU traditional band style culture right now embraces mass band. Why not do it anyway during halftime and show unity amongst HBCUs? We can easily do it with PWIs. But we can't do it with our own people. That does not mean that in the zero quarter, you can't crank up on each other and still have the rivalry. And that doesn't mean that you can't have a smash in fifth. What that means is we can at least, at the bare minimum, show unity amongst two HBCU band programs out in public the same way we do when we go and play a PWI. I don't think that's impossible. Why is this such a thing? We gotta show vitriol against each other. We just gotta show that.
It ain't vitriol.
I got to show that I hate you.
We
I
dap each
hate
other.
you, B. I just gotta do that.
We dap each other off when it's over.
No, you don't.
We do.
Bro, are you serious? Aren't you the
We dap.
same person? No, I don't want to hear this. Aren't you the same person who told me that when you was marching in the box, you ain't even want to see no parts of TSU? You ain't want to get next to them dudes? So what you talking about? You dap each other up. No, you don't.
But we did, like, when we was off the drum, like, everybody was cool. They'd be like, oh, you like that. But that's the thing, bro. It's different. I ain't gonna lie, but it's different with drums though too. That's a whole different culture and world. That it's like, while you're on the drum, you need that fire. That's the truth. While you on the drum, you marching, you need that fire. You do. I don't give a man.
I don't disagree
I'm
with
sorry.
that. I don't disagree with that. I don't
You
disagree
need
with
that fire. Like, if you got your I don't know if y'all had them, but like DZX shirt on, and you go to a band event,
Did
just
you
saying
please
short,
say it right? What is a Dizziac?
man, Dizzy,
Dizziac.
you know.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Don't, not too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got on the Dizzy X shirt and you go and to a band event and you see somebody from Trump Funk. When y'all see each other, y'all gonna shake each other's hand, but right then and there, it's like, what's that, man? Oh man, y'all boys be cold. Oh, we know. Or it's a man. Oh, what you play? Oh, I play third. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have that. That's how we, as we the blacks, that's how we get down, bro. I don't
But I don't
understand.
disagree with that part. I think that's the problem. The problem
What's
is
wrong?
that you think that one is void of the other. I don't think that that is a bad thing. I'm just saying it's like I'm saying one thing and then that one thing is like, dude, no, this is just impossible. No, what I'm saying is
It's not. It's not. But can I say this though? But all jokes aside, from a political aspect, what's up, DZ? From a political aspect, I feel like sometimes the PWI, they call and ask because they want to ensure, and I may be wrong. I'm speculating, right? But I feel like they call to ask for the unity to show the world that they're not racist. That's really what I feel.
I mean that
Because, like, the truth
that's
is, like,
interesting.
why do you have to go out your way? Like, you're a director, I'm a director. I'm gonna shake your hand, I'm gonna keep going. Sometimes I feel like it's intentional.
But I think that's the thing, right? There could be an intentionality in it, but it could also be because they want to show that there is no rivalry. There is no hatred. There is unity and there can be unity across what can be assumed as enemy lines, right?
Right. So
So if
that's
that's the case, that could also happen on the HBCU side too.
but we not that's not our realm. So I'll just say it, that's not our realm. But you know what happened though? I can look. I think it was 2007 when Dr. William P. Foster passed away, and the drum majors walked to the 50 and gave Florida A&M University a wreath.
Mm-hmm.
And their announcer was like, it was just announced that, Dr. William P. Foster passed away, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. Then people gave them a wreath, and it was almost like they saluted them. It's like they met them in the 50, they gave the wreath, they waited till they turned around, like they planned that. And that was a sign of respect. Now, and if I'm correct, I think one of the Sargent brothers also worked at South Carolina State, because that's why, they're 101. So whoever the founder was, like when they founded it, it was like 100 or we were 101. Nah, is that a little snide, little jab? Yeah, we one person better, but we all know the lineage of where we come from when it comes to historical black colleges and bands. I just feel like some things we don't have to do. Would it be cool to see? Cool, but I feel like, are we gonna see it? Nah. You know why we ain't gonna see it? We can't even play on regular games because the DJ playing. Going back to the first question. So you want a unity show, but we can't even play in the stands.
That's an even bigger reason to go ahead and crank up during the halftime with each other. Get all of it out. Get all of it out during halftime. Just saying.
I feel you.
I guess
Bro,
all of y'all, I guess everybody in the comment section, like,
I'm just saying, bro, you acting like a real onk right now. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Hating
no,
on these wild hands and they TikTok dances, man.
what? Well, first of all, them TikTok dances is phony, but I
But
sound like
the mashups is beautiful. Some of the mashups be live. Bro, stop being so old. Golly, la luti. Like, come on,
bro.
man.
I listen. I understand that young people are young people and they got their own things that they do. Just because they got their own things, I don't gotta like all of it. I
All
don't.
right.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. But again, TikTok dances be phony.
Okay, bro. You just be mad because you can't do them.
In all fairness, I don't really want to do them because I don't teach kids no more. I don't got to connect with students. I connect with my own children.
I
So
feel you, man. And they don't listen to that. I know.
nope. My kids ain't seen a TikTok.
I
Yeah,
think whether
you got to do it with your kids, man. Doing videos. It's all good. But hey, I just believe, in all honesty, I just believe that it's nothing wrong every now and then because I don't think it should happen every year. But I would say that it's nothing wrong every now and then with showing that there is a visual unity amongst HBCU bands. If we can do it with other people, we can do it. We can do it with each other. That's all. But I mean, hey, everybody else in the comment section, like, nah, we good. They just hitting.
I just came to dance for y'all. That's all.
So, yeah, I just came to dance for y'all. That's all. I tried, man.
you ain't got to try, bro.
Hey, listen, I want the culture to be great. I want to continue to unite the culture as best I can.
Bro, who said we ain't great, bro?
I did not say that. Just because you say one thing does not mean that it's void of something else.
Yeah,
I
but what
never
are you
said the culture wasn't great. I just said I want the culture to be great.
Yeah, but what you inferring?
I'm not inferring. I want the culture to be great. That's it.
So
My
if you're
emphasis is that greatness, even though you are in a good space, doesn't mean that you are incapable of falling. So
okay,
do things to continue to grow and be great.
do you feel like we're great now?
No,
Okay.
I feel
So
like
what's
we're good. I feel like.
so
Go ahead. What were you saying?
what's stopping us from being great?
Accepting the accountability that all of our stuff isn't good. Growth, in my opinion, means that you have to be open to accepting the fact that there are some things that I do that could be better. And every tradition doesn't always have to stay a tradition. There we go. Did you get what you needed out of me? Pause.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, see? Thank you.
Right. I mean, I saw it too, but
Appreciate you. See?
so you want everything to be unity. You want joint unity strolls. You want joint
Hey, there's unity strolls everywhere. I did a unity stroll in undergrad before I became an alpha. So hey, it's not impossible, and it's not you ain't got to do it every year. I was training as KK Sai. I was training with the alphas before I was the alpha.
I feel you, brother. I feel you. I feel you.
All right. With that being said, though,
Let's wrap this up because I got homework.
Yeah, he got homework, and we went longer than what we supposed to. But I mean, it was worth it, man. I want to get Quan's perspective, man. Quan, any final thoughts? Anything you got for the coach?
Stay young as long as y'all can. That's all I'm saying. Stay young as long as y'all can.
Bro, don't see you trash. That's
Don't
trash,
be
bro.
don't be a onk like this one.
Hey man, at some point you gotta hit unk status and you gotta accept it. Period.
I'm not no YN. I ain't no YN. I'm a onk. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm the cool one. Like real talk.
Dang, you saying I ain't all right, that's whatever.
Oh, I didn't say
I'm
you
done
was
with you,
cool.
dog.
I didn't say you was cool. See, two things can be true. I didn't say you wasn't cool. I just say right now, I feel like you like the grumpy. Like, why they gotta be doing all that? Why they gotta be doing all that? They ain't gotta do tradition, but you don't like what they do now.
Who said that they don't have to do tradition? Why are you
You
getting
said
these?
you did. You say I don't like TikTok dances because they
What's that got to
trash.
do with tradition?
Because so what they gonna do? What they
TikTok
gonna do?
dances is not traditional.
So what dance they gonna do then? That's popular.
Hey, find something else.
So what they gonna do? The hanky panky? Like that's old.
Hey man,
What you want? You put your right foot
put
in.
your
You
left
put
foot
your
in.
right foot out. What you want us the boys to do the Charleston? Like, bro, I don't get you. Like you want them to still do the Tootsie Roll?
Hey man, hey, Tootsie Roll still.
See, you old. You're old. You just want people to
Hey,
do
no,
something.
I would never want to see nobody doing no Tootsie Roll. I can tell you that.
Man, I remember one time I had sent you something and you was like, man, Houston rap ain't just the same. Like you want that I done came down. I done came through. Like,
I done came through. Man, hold up.
That's all you want. No, you're old, bro. I thank you, everybody.
No. Because we not. That's a Houston rap thing. That's different.
You want it to stay the same? If that's the case,
no. I don't know. I don't want Houston rap to stay the same. I just want the delivery to be the same. You can
That's crazy.
How?
That's crazy.
Everybody sounds the same. It don't even sound like Houston rap no more.
Bro, because the world ain't the same.
But that's my point.
Bro, Meg the Stallion is from Houston, bro, and she's fire. Beyonce, what? You tripping? No, Beyonce had a country album. Come on, dog. Like you tripping.
We did the bus stop at Norfolk, by the way.
Cause you old.
Hold on, wait. No, because I hated doing the bus stop when we was at Norfolk.
Okay, so you want to do your dances? That's selfish of you.
No. Let's be very clear. I hated doing the bus stop at Norfolk just because it was lame. It had nothing to do with I wanted to do my dances. It was just lame.
So you want to do the typewriter?
No.
All right, Tootsie Roll.
Do the butterfly. There we go.
Same thing.
Right.
One leg, two leg. Like,
man,
what's the difference?
All I wanted to do was hump the ground and do hood rat stuff for my friends, dog. That was it.
And guess what? They still doing it. They keeping the tradition alive, dog. I'm just saying, bro.
What's my man's name? The new rapper that's out, that's big now. I can't think of his name, but he from Dallas.
Big Extra Plug.
Yeah. I like him, but he sound like he from Texas. I actually thought he was from Houston. I thought he was from Houston.
I'm the biggest. The largest.
Yeah. I thought he was from Houston, but that's what I'm saying. He's still good. He cool with me. He just has he has the Texas sound. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
It's like what is it? Hasashi. What's his name? Hasashi. But I'm gonna send you one. But he from Dallas too. But like, man, I'm just saying, bro.
That doesn't. Some traditions aren't bad. I think that's the problem. But some traditions deserve to be changed. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm just saying, bro. What the hell? What the hell?
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, bro. You can't be acting like the old guy. You still young, bro. You still young.
I'm not. I think that's unfair. I think that's an unfair statement. I think that I believe that everybody has an opinion, and because my opinion does not move with the rest of the group, you're labeling me as the old guy.
I'm not. But you just said, bro. You just said that I want to. I don't like the TikTok dances.
I don't like TikTok dances. That doesn't make me old because I don't agree with the dances.
But what I'm saying is, we did dances that was from BET, popular dances. It's the same thing.
I don't. Again,
The
I don't.
same thing.
I don't disagree with what you're saying. What I'm
Okay.
saying is that I just don't like them. Most of the so let me break it down very quickly. We were trying to get out of here, but he called me old. He was trying to underhandedly call me old. What I'm saying is,
and you got defensive.
no. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to TikTok dances, for the most part, most of the moves are so small that a lot of times it doesn't translate well on a big stage when you're trying to get a multitude of people to see it. When you're talking about older dances, a lot of those dances were very big, very dramatic, so on and so forth. That's not true, Brother Moore. That is not
That's
true.
true, bro.
That's not true. That's not
Say,
true.
I have a question. You fry fish?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you willing to learn a new way to fry fish?
Yeah.
Okay. After you get to a certain age, are you still gonna learn a new way to fry fish?
If it's something, no. Because to answer your question, the answer is yes. If it's a way to better whatever it is that I'm doing, why not? If somebody comes to me and is like, hey, your fish was good, man, but I want you to taste my joint. And I taste it and I like it, man, what you do? How'd you do that?
Okay.
Like, you also gotta remember, man, I'm not one of them people who like it's impossible to do. Like, I'm not shut off to everything to where I'm just like, no, this can't happen. So when we talk about these quote unquote TikTok dances, I don't disagree in the fact that that's part of the culture of the children or the kids that are coming up now. I don't disagree with that. But what I am saying is, from a band perspective, I don't think that they translate well with a full group dancing. That's it. Now, what is the alternative? I don't know. I wouldn't say do old dances either. So, do I have a solution to it? Probably not.
Sound like an old guy.
How?
I'm just saying, bro. It's all good.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I gotta go, bro. I gotta go.
Give your final thoughts that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hey, y'all. Support your band directors. Please support my kids. Of course, every dollar counts. The Double Good Popcorn link is in the chat. Please support it. We'll send it out a couple times. You doing the LBR tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, could you mind reiterating the Double Good Popcorn, please? Because we need all the coins we can get.
I also put it up on the screen, but it is inside of the chat if you want to go check that out. And pick up your Double Good. Pick up 2, 3, 4, 17 bags. Do whatever you can. Get this bread. Get the bread up. Get the popcorn too, because the popcorn be hidden. It's very interesting, man. Double Good Popcorn is just like really popped up, man. And the world's finest chocolate is like not obsolete now.
They just, you just get more money and it's less hassle with Double Good. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
That's all. Like, you ain't got to touch the product.
True.
And you ain't got to,
right.
You don't have to front money, so that's why.
Yeah, that's fair. Outside of that, though, first things first, definitely want to say, man, y'all do whatever Luke said. No, do whatever y'all feel is going to continue to grow and move your programs forward. But on the flip side of that, though, I also continue and will continue to push unity amongst our people. And again, that doesn't mean that we are void of rivalry. But I would like to see our people to express more outward unity. But continue to love on each other. Love on each other, not only behind closed doors, but in front of everybody, man. Because right now, I definitely believe that we're in a space right now where we got to show more love to one another. And that's outside of the band culture. Talking about just as a people in general. I feel like we're in that space right now. So continue to show love to one another. Stop having so much discord with one another. Me and my brother can have discord all day, but I still love this man. So with that being said, make sure you guys stop by the store. You can get anything that you want. You can get 30% off your final purchase. All you got to do is type in HBCU band. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button. Hey, we got one dislike. So if you even hit the dislike button, it's all good. I ain't tripping. But, go ahead and do whatever you feel is natural. Even if you're watching on playback, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, man. Appreciate all the new subscribers, man. I hope you guys share this information out. This has been fun. It's been super dope. We meet here every 2 weeks, so we will not be here on next week, but we will be here the following week. So go ahead and check us out. And LBR will be going on and popping tomorrow. So outside of that, this has been super dope. And we will see you all next time.
All right, bro. I'm out.
Nah, you stay.
Boy, bye. All right, bro.